What's up, you guys? It's Michelle here. Thanks for joining me today and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to put my daily grind half sheet planner together. It's a travel size planner, but I'm going to use it for just my regular daily planner and get that all set up and decorated. So stay tuned if you want to check it out. This collection is new on the Daily Grind website. I have the Tuscan Sun set, the cover and dividers and discs, but there are several other options and they're all beautiful. And I'll be sure to include my Daily Grind affiliate link, and you can always use code Michelle10 to save 10% off on your orders. And I appreciate your support so much when you shop through that link at no extra cost to you. But the original Daily Grind, like the full size, is this, and although I love it, I think that I'm going to be able to use this a lot easier because it just will be quick and portable and on the go. I can take it with me and check things off. So I'm super duper excited about this. I know it's considered a travel planner or travel sized planner, but I'm going to use it for my regular daily planner to reach my goals and get everything set up. So what I have here is, this is the Tuscan Sun planner kit. So it comes with the 4 months of inserts in the half sheet size. It comes with the dividers and the labels that go on the dividers and the planner cover, which is double-sided. I'm obsessed. I don't know which side I want to use first. And it comes with these discs. They're hot pink and they have sort of a like a compass on them. I love those, but I am more of a metal disc girly, so I'm going to put mine on some gold metal discs that are going to match the little cover protectors. And I also got some of just the graph grid half sheets that will fit in there for just list making or doodling or special sheets or whatever. You can also get everything separately or just pick and choose the items you want. But I love that it's offered in a set. And they also have a travel plans, which I think I'm going to get next time because it's, you know, it's literally about traveling, about planning your vacations and everything. So I think that'll be super handy. But I'm going to get started with this. So I just want to kind of take you through everything. First of all, the Tuscan Sun cover is like this chipboard with this beautiful image, and it's got foil on the little scooter and then up here on the flowers, and it's got the gold protective corners. I love that. And then the spine part is orange, which is a great contrast with these sunflowers and the hot pink. And then here's the inside. Of course, you could easily make this your cover that says travel has a way of healing the soul. So if you choose this side, this would be the inside, and then that would be the back. Isn't that gorgeous? And then it comes with 4 dividers that have quotes on them. So we've got discover your true self in new horizons, savor the surprises of life's adventures, uncover the allure of expected paths. It's got the little planes, and I love the lemons. Cherish unforgettable experiences over possessions. I love that quote too, and it's got the lemons on the back. So those are the dividers, and then you get 2 sheets of the labels. They are in white, but they'll show up when you put them on here. And then if you're not familiar with the Daily Grind, it's sold, the inserts are sold in 4-month increments because that's the amount of time it takes to go through this process and be consistent with it and reach your goals. So we get on the front just a little information page, more here, and then there's an assessment. I'm going to do that after off camera. And Dream Life Roadmap, what are my big life goals? And it gives you all of these categories: physical health, growth, environment, creativity, family, romance, mental health, finances, self-care, contribution, friendships, and career. And then it says for each of the 12 categories, write out your current frustrations as well as your biggest goals for the future. And then here's an overview, the next 4 of 12 months. Think about exactly 4 full months from today, what will be the exact date. And then it says the power of the Daily Grind system is a greater sense of urgency, more focus and progress, less fluff and distractions, and more accomplished in a lot less time. Keeping in mind your biggest dreams and your current life status, let's map out the next 4 months. So we've got biggest goal for the next 4 months, how you can make it happen, how you will celebrate, and then an overview of the first half of the year. So you've got the first 6 months here, an overview for the second half of the year. So all 12 months there. And then we've got a 4-month productivity sheet. Month 1 top goals, month 2, 3, and 4. And it says before each month begins, fill out your top 10 goals. Come back at the end of the month and note how many of the goals you completed. Fill out this bottom half after you've completed the entire 4-month system. Then we go into our months, weeks, and days, what we'll use every day. So this says month ahead, goals and focus flow. And then you have a place to map out the month ahead. So the core of this system is having top 10 goals each month, and they stay the same for the entire month. And really, it doesn't have to be like, it can be like categories, just as long as you have a measurable goal within that category. Like I'll tell you what mine are in just a minute, but every day you'll write those down. But of course, on this sheet, you're going to write it here. And game plan, biggest focus, I am releasing, most excited for, healthy habits you're focusing on this month. Happiness, hobbies, do it for you. Word of the month, top 3 goals, theme of the month, book of the month. And then we've got 1 fresh habit, ritual, or routine for each below. So I love that's included too. So you can kind of map out the month. And then here's just an overview calendar for your month. Place for the biggest goal and important dates. If you got any birthdays, vacations, anniversaries, appointments, meetings, anything like that. And now we have the week ahead, so we could put the dates here, and it says this week overall priorities and goals. It's set up just like the full-size planner, but it's just more compact. So I love that. I think it's going to be really easy for me to maintain this. And then we've got Monday through Sunday here. And then the week ahead. So you'll fill this out. Start the week with 1 thing I can prep, improve, declutter. How can I win the week? What can I do to set up for success? Intentions for the week ahead. I want to do more of, I want to do less. Journal thoughts and ideas. If I get stuck, remember my mantra for the week. And if I get overwhelmed, focus on my big goal for the week. Okay, and then you have this dot grid page, and it says thoughts for the week. So you can just, anything there, you can do that throughout the week, at the beginning of the week. So I'm going to start with the month ahead page in the week, but I do want to go ahead and get the actual planner part set up. So I'm going to use just these gold discs, snap them in my cover, and these kind of are like a cling. They're reusable. So I'm going to label the first divider this month, and then next month, because I'm going to keep 2 months in here at a time. Then I'm going to label the third one lists. And then the last one is going to be motivation, and that's going to be where I put things in there like visual reminders and quotes and things to keep me motivated, so I have a set place to go when I need some motivation. But there are all sorts of things: finances, personal, school, meals, books, progress, fitness, and then of course all the months. So that is how I'm going to have mine set up. I'm going to go ahead and put these in. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put this month and next month in here. Okay, so that is 2 months in there, and it feels not overly full. I'm going to add some paper also. I'm going to add some of the dot grid paper. Right now, I'm just going to put that under motivation until I get some things in there. And then under lists, I did not get any of the lined paper, but I do have some daily grind lined paper, and trim that and just have that in there for lists. Okay, now I have some lined paper for lists. Oh, and it looks so pretty with the gold discs, doesn't it? So I'm going to go ahead and grab my first week out. Okay, so I'm going to grab some highlighters and fill out my goals. And I've got the Daily Grind dual tip markers. Let's see, I think I'm going to decorate this a little bit with some, like a washi strip from Pastel Blooms, just right down the side here. I'm going to use one of these pink and white strips. And then I'll fill out my goals. Okay, and I'm just going to trim it off on the end. Almost like it's a bookmark or something is what it reminds me of. Okay, I'm going to use this highlighter in this sort of mint color for my goals. And they're double-ended. They've got like a chisel tip and a more of a fine point. But the chisel tip is perfect for filling these in. Okay, and I'm just going to write those in. Top 10 goals I've got to get 10,000 steps is almost per day, or average is almost always a goal. So I'm just going to write that in there. And next is self-care. And then water. Eight cups a day. Then I'm going to have declutter. Then I'm trying something different this month. I'm going to have each goal have Instagram, YouTube, and Patreon to keep me more streamlined and know what I'm doing for each day. So I'm going to put Instagram here. And then YouTube. Then I'm going to have gratitude. Create, and that's just like creating something for me, whether it just be journaling or doing some memory keeping or hand lettering, just something fun. And then connect, and that's going to be just connecting with family and friends, talking on the phone or going out to eat or something. I'm going to write May up here. I covered this up because I didn't like the color that I made it, and I didn't feel like it matched. So I'm going to write just May with this marker. All right, I got it all filled in for the month ahead, and I have my Lux 2.0 Doodle sticker book. I want to use a few of these little stickers, like where it says Book of the Month. There's a new Frida McFadden book coming out called The Tenant. I want to use this little book sticker right there. And let's see. Okay, and let's do this little plant right here. And these little hearts and sparkles here. Okay, so that page is done, and over here I'm just going to fill this out quickly. And I'm just going to mark out these days. I'm going to use this color to note that this is our vacation. Okay, and then Mother's Day. And then I've got hair and nail appointment here. And then an acupuncture appointment here. And then I've got a live plan with me here. And a Zoom, patron Zoom here. Okay, and I'm going to use one of these little arrows here to just make this fun and cute. And I think I'll do a little bit of that tape over here that I did on the other side. Okay, and I'm just going to trim that off right here. Okay, so that is that. Now I want to just get my week set up. Okay, and for this weekly spread, I'm going to use the Spring Love sticker book from Live Love Posh, and I'll include my affiliate link for that, and you can always use code Michelle10 to save 10% off on everything excluding Posh boxes and bundles. But I'm going to use, let's use these stickers right here. And I'm going to put this little border down at the bottom here. And we'll do the rest of it right up here. Okay. And let's have these plants over here. These little bees are super cute. Let's have one up here and one over here. This little blender making a smoothie, that's so cute. Let's put that right there. And the little fruit beside it, but over on this page. There we go. And let's do this little toast with berries on it. Right up here. Okay, and let's use these little flowers right here. Oh, and let's do the little paints. Let's do that there. And a few little flowers here. Let's do this little grapefruit. The rest of it over here. Do another little bee. And a little chick. Let's do this quote that says, "Spring Girl." And a few more little flowers. I think let's move the toast and do the rest of these flowers up here. And we'll do the toast over here. Let's do the Little Women book right here. And I'm going to switch the paint out for this. This hat's just too cute with this set. Okay, there we go. Okay, and then from Bright Blooms, I'm going to grab this strip here. Okay, and I'm going to trim it off here. And let's do Without the Rain, There Would Never Be Rainbows. And we'll use this little box from Bright Blooms to note what week it is. And we'll put another little chick right here. Okay, so that's my weekly spread. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and fill this in, and then we'll come back and decorate this section, or these 2 pages, and then we'll move on to the days, which won't take very long. So I got most of that filled out. I want to put a box here for journal thoughts, ideas, and goals I will feel accomplished at this week so I think I'm going to use these spring elements for this little spread here from Live Love Posh. Or maybe I won't use a box there, but I do want to add some of these decorative stickers right here. And we'll do a little butterfly. And let's do part of this sticker here. And this little sticker is really cute, the little croissant with the sunglasses. And let's do this larger section of flowers down here. We'll do this little scrap from the other side right here. Okay, and let's have a little flower action over here and some up here. Okay, let's do that. And do we have, yeah, let's use some of the green also. Okay, and I'm going to add some lines to that. Maybe if I scoot this up and over a little bit, I can put something else there. And we'll use this lighter pink here from Chic Coquette. Okay, and we'll put that there, and I've got another little scrap to go right here. Okay, and right here, let's do this quote that says, ask yourself if what you're doing today is getting you closer to where you want to be tomorrow. And then I'm just going to have lines here. And I think I can use this for the rest. And then we'll add some over here. And I'm just going to fill in a little bit with this cream highlighter because it's almost like a peachy cream. Okay, so that is that spread. Now I'm ready to do the Monday and Tuesday dailies. And these will mostly just be highlighter and writing in the date and my goals. Okay, let's use pink and green for this. Like a soft pink and green. Okay, and then we'll do the other ones in the green. So this is laid out just like the Daily Grind Planner. Basically, you do your top 10 goals and one to do from each of those every day. And then today's self-care to feel amazing, I will. And you just put things there that you want to do to feel amazing. Today's Daily Grind, your top 3, grateful and excited for, remember to, and biggest win of the day. I like that there's a place to come back and have a little reflection. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill in the dates and my goals, and then I'll probably speed this up and I'll be back and we'll do a little bit of decoration on it. Okay, for this, I think I'll use some of the peonies in the new Live Love Posh book, Spring Love. just a little bit. Okay, so that's enough for that, and let's go ahead and move on to the next two. We're almost done. Let's see, we'll have one more to do and then half of one after this. For this, I'm going to use the Luxe 2.0 Doodle sticker book, but I'm going to still use the cream highlighter. And I'm also going to use this little bit of a darker tan. Okay, so for this, I'm just going to use some of these really cute little doodle stickers, like these little page borders right here. I think I'll do one up here and like in opposite corners like that. We'll do some of these little flowers. Let's do our little book. And we'll do a little coffee over there. Okay, and with this one, I have just a little piece of, this is a digital paper I found on Creative Fabrica and just printed it in a skinny strip on sticker paper, just so I could use it like a washi tape down the spine. So I'm going to do that on here just to pull it together and make it look cute for these 2 days. And then I'm just going to punch it, and then this will be good to go. And I thought I would do that on this spread too, but I'm going to do it with this red and white gingham. And I'm just going to do these all in pink. Okay, and to decorate this, I have the Lush Linens Petite Sticker Book from the Happy Planner that I'm going to use just some of these little red flowers with it. And I'm just going to drop off some of these little red flowers here and there. How about if we do like a little border. I think that's really cute. I think I'll do that at the top also and just let that be all the decoration for this. It just looks real sweet, kind of farm-like. Okay, so that is that 2 days, and now I just need to do this one. And for that, I think I'm going to use a yellow marker and use some of these flowers in this petite sticker book. This is called Reading in the Garden. So let's do this in yellow. I think this is actually called gold. It's more of a deeper yellow. Okay, I'm just going to drop off some flowers and my first week will be all set up. So that'll be good for that day. So I'm ready for my first week in my travel size daily grind planner. I'm going to put those sheets in there and we'll flip through. I am so excited about using this, and also it'll be perfect to take on vacation. And then all I need to do at the end of the week is this little reflection page or assessment. Okay, so here's like the monthly overview with my goals, and there is the weekly overview, and then we have the week ahead and thoughts for the week here, and then we go into my daily pages. So there's Monday and Tuesday, and then Wednesday and Thursday, and we've got Friday and Saturday and Sunday. So I'm so glad to have those all set up and ready to go for the week. Thank you guys for hanging out with me while I flipped through everything and got my planner set up and decorated and filled out for the week. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye!